When I first came to see this house in April of 2025, this is what the master bedroom looked like. You can see there was contact paper, rugs, a bed, a couch, curtains. Linoleum cloth is the stuff that was on the floor, and pretty much any of the furnishings that were big pieces were left for us to deal with when we moved in. This is our master bedroom, and we decided I was bringing up our dresser, figuring out where our bed was going to go, and in the process decided to start ripping up the linoleum. Okay, because we removed a rug that had glue on it, and as I removed the rug, the glue ripped up the rug. So what we're finding is there are like 6-inch, 8-inch planks, 6-inch probably planks, and this weird, so you can see the planks, and then there's this section of like marble or something, I don't know, runs from the fireplace. Okay, let me interject here. I have since found information in the file that we have from the Blickarses that the line of stones down the middle was actually soapstone, and it was referenced in the original purchase letter for this house. They were going to remove it. They decided not to remove it. So that's what's in the floors. The linoleum is breaking apart very nicely, and we're just going to see how it looks. I'm also going to move the bed from here over to here. Kind of play around with that. So here we go. The soapstone was used to conduct heat across the floor into the bedrooms. Note also the sconce behind my head and the power strip that is plugged into that, attached to the wall from which extension cords are running. There were no outlets on the entire second floor. The only outlet in this level at all was a little bit down in Brooklyn's room, which is the room that has the turret. There were a couple outlets that were, I don't know, they were added after the fact, but we had no outlets until we started working on the wiring situation, which didn't happen until a couple weeks after this work was being done. So we ended up having extension cords running all over the house, basically from this sconce situation. Now, we didn't have anything that was going to be sucking a lot of power, so we were assured by our electrician that that was not going to hurt anything. Really, the only thing we plugged in were some fans at night and charged our phones. That was basically it. But for the longest time, the situation with the electric was absolutely hysterical. One thing that's so interesting is that there was the linoleum cloth, and then it was laid down over this pink paper stuff. But you could also tell that around the edges, at some point, there was red paint. So I'm not sure what the red paint was, or if they laid the linoleum and then painted the edges of what the linoleum cloth didn't cover. It was kind of unclear. I need to take the mattress off the bed because I'm not going to use the bed. This lamp came with the house. I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Dogwood, I think. In hindsight, we should have removed all the linoleum cloth before we put any of the furniture up there, but I don't think we intended to remove it so quickly. It just sort of ripped when the rug came up, so it forced our hand in one respect. But it wasn't a bad thing because I'd been really curious as to the state of the floors, and they were actually in really great shape. Also did not realize how much furniture was going to be already in the house, and this particular bed weighed about a gazillion pounds. So it took us forever to actually get it outside, take it apart, get all the pieces outside. It was very, very, very heavy. Unfortunately, it just was not our style at all, and we donated it, so it wasn't the end of the world, but it was really, really heavy. We also decided to kind of rearrange the layout of the room, which I think has worked for us pretty well. It's crazy. I feel like it's kind of funny. People are like, "Oh, you bought that big house," and I'm like, Yeah, and everybody knows that we're the insane people who took this on. And I don't regret it. It might break me,
It will be worth it in the end.
but it'll be so worth it in the end. Because this house is meant to be glorious. And it's meant to be loved by people who live in it, and that's definitely going to be us. If we can just get through the hurdle of fixing the electric, the roof, getting the plumbing back together,
The turret.
the turret, the exterior, all that stuff will happen. And in the meantime, look, ginormous windows, 14-foot tall ceilings, huge plank floors, which
With strange
little marble hall.
giant marble fireplace.
It's crazy. It'll be great. It's just crazy in the interim. All right, baby. This thing will break down completely. So after the linoleum cloth had been removed and we figured out what the soapstone was, it made an incredible difference to get the floor up. I really did think the linoleum cloth was beautiful, but that is what it was before, and that is the beautiful plank set. Will now be refinished at some point.